ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stardom Review. I am your co-host, Andre C. Right over here, it's the distracted princess herself. It's Melball. How you doing, Melball?
It's good to know that men listen when they say 1 minute. I love you, Andre.
I said, I said
Good.
ready to go. I said ready to go.
Ay, madame, is not chef Mancheskind.
I don't know
You're
what you
doing
just
great. How are you?
said. I'm doing a bit. I wish I was doing better because I'm scared, a little scared. She's got a smile, but it scares me, man.
Oh, what a day.
Oh, what a day. Well, welcome everybody to Stardom Review. We are here to talk some Stardom World or Goddess of Stardom Tag League Nights, November 3rd, 4th, and 5th shows. We're gonna break them all down. We're gonna do all that. How's life been, Mel?
You really want me to tell the story about filming in the gym today, embarrassingly, for Soy Boy? Nay, nay. Nay, nay. There were no gym crushes. There's no
No,
proof.
no gym crushes today, eh?
No gym crushes today.
Oh,
Boo
that's
earns.
sad. That's sad. I have no gym crushes. I just go there, keep my head down, do my work, and I leave.
It's fair. That's fair. I tried to. I tried to. People still talk to me, but I tried to. I did get a new shirt.
Mm-hmm. Oedo tie,
Yeah.
baby. Oedo tie, baby.
I went to the dark side. Apparently, they have cookies. I've yet to find them, but
I'm, I'm
here we
just,
are.
I'm just repping our girl Mariah May, new
Oh,
AEW wrestler Mariah May. We haven't talked about this here on Stardom yet. There's one thing I want to talk to you about today. What is your feelings on Mariah May heading over to AEW, signing with AEW now? What are you feeling?
I mean, we know how I feel about AEW's creative, which is not highly. Um, I have hope though. I really do have hope. They're signing a lot of very good quality people. I mean, we can see the quality of wrestlers that they already have. I mean, they have Eddie Kingston, who's arguably like grown to be a very, very incredible and accomplished strong style wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And they have, and it's not my favorite, but certainly a big marketable favorite in John Moxley and that what is it, Blackpool Combat Club? Is that what they call themselves?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um,
So you
their
know more than you
women's
think.
division has been it's been a roller coaster for their women's division because I feel like there's times where it's really, really great, but then
Mm-hmm.
there's also been times where it's been like really, really shit. So it's kind of been this up and down kind of motion. We saw, when Mariah May debuted in Stardom, there were those two matches, and I always like to give people those two matches of grace where they're getting used to the style. And we did it with Chris Bay also in the Junior Tag League. And he was the same thing. After a couple matches, he just picked up the style and it was good. Mariah, same thing. I expect great things coming out of her with AEW being that they utilize her properly. I want to see her often. I want to see her wrestling, and I want to see her get in the ring with some people like Tony Storm, like um, Ruby. I was gonna say I didn't remember her. The crazy outcast people's
Oh,
Ruby and
Ruby
Soraya.
and Saraya. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think she could tear it up with them. I think it would be more interesting to see her team with um Tony Storm than put her against her, just because I feel the looks are similar but different enough
Yeah.
that I feel they could be an effective tag team. But then also the Stardom style would be tremendously beneficial to have as a tag team because they would know how to pull off some of that crazy ish, right?
Very
And
much
I
so.
see nothing but good things happening, being that it's played properly. What do you think, man?
There's some ups and downs. Like I've been watching a lot less AEW than I used to. We get
Mhm.
together, we watch the pay per views all together. I catch what I can when I can. It's one of those that it's become very much the way I look at WWE. Like I wait and I kind of wait till the next day, and I wait to hear from like certain podcasts to listen to and everything. what the highlights of the shows were, and I check out the big stings and I watch the matches what I can, watch the big highlight promos, things like that. Now, kind of the same way I've treated a WWE for the last bunch of years. Um, I hope she gets pushed well because we both love Mariah May. We both own Mariah May shirts.
Mhm.
I want to see her do well in there. I want her to see her pushed. I want to see her succeed.
Mhm.
I sadly, this doesn't sound bad. I almost wish she would have went to WWE because there, I think, especially with the regime that's there now and how they've been booking women on the main roster, how they've been booking women in NXT, I think she would have been a feature player. Again, they have a look that WWE is very favorable of, like blonde with great assets. You know what I mean? Which
I was
is
gonna say, arguably, though, they already have
they do,
a
but
look like her and Tiffany Stratton, though, right?
yes, but again, the more you have, the stronger you can create it, right? And they're
It's
only
true.
seem to be
Again, same point with Tony, right?
yeah, and they only seem to be bolstering their women's roster right now. It's only getting better. Kyrie's back, and again, just and looking like there's a chance of Julia being there next year.
Mhm.
Um, there's so much there that I think she can be a shining star with AEW if they book her right.
Mhm.
I truly believe she can get to Britt Baker levels, be that the face of the women's division. I think she can be that one that any AEW fan talks about the women's division. Most people think, oh, Britt Baker, right? Even though she has been the champion for a long time, people still think Britt Baker, right? Because how well she got over with this company. I think Mariah May could get there and be that for AEW if they book her right, which I haven't been super confident. Like what the pay per view is great book, well pay per views, but week to week. Oh, but I look forward to seeing what she does. It's a little more accessible. I can turn her on a Wednesday night and watch her instead of having to wait until the next day and catch or have to
Week.
get 2 a.m. to watch a Mariah May match. So
It's fair. It's fair. You know where else you can see her on a regular basis, though?
where's that?
Her YouTube channel.
Very yes.
You can catch some amazing things on there, like her vlog of her moving to Japan to wrestle for Stardom Wrestling. So yeah, definitely check that out. I think it's Mariah_May on
Look,
YouTube.
just Mariah May.
Just Mariah May. There you
Mariah May.
go. He's already on it. He's already checking.
I've followed her channel for a while. Yeah, but again, it's I hope she does well. I really do.
Same.
But we're gonna get into some wrestling. We're gonna talk some actual Goddess of Stardom Tag League after we just finished talking about one of our goddesses. But before we do that, I want to thank each and every one of you. We appreciate all the support you've given us. Liking the video, subscribing to the channel, sharing us out. Please keep sharing us to everybody, strangers, the homeless people. I don't know, everybody. Just give our card out to everyone. You know, you never. Some homeless have cell phones. It's kind of insane.
Okie dokie, already jokey.
And don't forget, comment down below, talk to us. We love chat. We love chatting with you. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you alert every time we drop a new video.
Ding dong.
Mom, get the door.
Yes. I expected a Stewie thing, mama.
Yeah, I didn't want to yell too loud because she's actually upstairs right now. So,
Don't freak out your mom, Andre.
because I have a feeling I don't hear any footsteps because they're coming over, so we're good. We're good.
Good, good. Good, good.
Let's get into it. We're gonna talk some Stardom. We're gonna start off November 3rd show. We're gonna break down all the goddess matches from the 3rd, 4th, and the 5th. We kick it off. It is wait, oh, my notes. Oh, so before the match started, we did have a forfeit on this night. Cosmic Angels and Fukuoka, or the FWC, Koguma and Hazuki, are forfeiting to each other on this show. So, and it's not considered a draw. It's just considered both losses because they're both forfeiting. They're forfeiting to each other on this show.
What a strange turn of events.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. But we get this match. Gotta start him tag league. It's Maximum Zamini Hanako and Saida taking on a Mafia Bella, Julia, and Tekla. Again, I was kind of fired up for this match. I'm a big fan of a lot of people in this match, so I was quite fired
Mm.
up to get to watch this one. Ida and Hanako attacking early. Ida gets a and they use Ida like a batter ram, drop her, and they drop her on I think it was on Tekla, and Hanako drops the knee for 2. Mafia comes back, double teaming Hanako. They take over. Tekla beats her up till she hits a shoulder block. Ida comes in, getting chops to Tekla, and then chops to both Tekla and Julia when they try to double team her. Hanako hits a running cross to Ida or to Julia and Tekla. Ida and Thekla go back and forth with power attacks. Thekla, she spider dodges and hits the spear and gets a perfect plex for 2. Julia blocking Ida's shots, landing her own. Julia tries the octopus, but Ida reverses into her own octopus, then tries to roll Julia up. She's getting better and better, man. Hanako slams Julia in the corner from the Children Torture Rack and slams her into the corner. And then Hanako takes. Wait, I skipped the line here. Hold on. Where the heck did I did something here. I lost my place. I'm going crazy.
You are crazy.
Yeah. Duh, duh. Yeah, I skipped a couple things because I'm insane. Yeah, she ends up flashing Julia in the corner and gets a 2 count. Hanako does meeting of the minds to Mafia Bella, and Ida and Hanako take down Julia and Tekla. Hanako slams Ida onto Julia and then splashes Julia for 2. Julia reverses Hanako, pulls the STF, but Ida breaks it up. Julia hits a second rope dropkick for 2, then transitions to the FTF again. But Hanako eventually gets to the ropes. Julia and Hanako fight for the suplex. Hanako gets it, but the pin gets broken up. Ida gets the scoop slam. Hanako goes up, but they are both attacked by Mafia Bella. Thekla comes up, hits a spider suplex to Hanako off the top, and Julia hits a running knee to the face for 2, then applies Bianca the double armbar and gets the submission victory.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This was fun. I
Yep.
enjoyed this match. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to see Mafia Bella. Everything about them, they change everything about themselves to make these little micro factions, and specifically Donna Del Mondo. Like,
Mm,
we've seen Ida and Hanako kind of evolve this little like pow thing that they're doing, which is cute.
mm,
But like Julia and Thekla clearly went out and got jackets. They're the same but different. Their gear is the same color, but it's like the same but different. Where Thekla's got those high-waisted shorts and the like that kind of like, I don't know, triangle kind of style top, whereas Julia's kind of wearing like a sports bra and pants. Like they have the braids, they have their little woo, bangity bangity, Mafia Bella. I don't remember what they're doing, but it's cute. It's fun. I love the personality that they end up having because they like how they carry themselves also changes. Thekla's usually very wild and unhinged, and that's what I love about her. But when she's like Mafia Bella Thekla, she's very composed,
mm,
very not like a caged kind of rage, but she's like very she's suave. She's more like Julia. So it's very interesting how they kind of do that together. Ida really trying to power flex in this match, I feel, despite being used as a weapon through part of it. I felt that she was fighting really, really, really hard to I don't think to show off, but to showcase herself in this one.
mm.
And I loved it. Like when I think about this match, she was a highlight for it. And Hanako, I don't know if she's like dyed her hair a little differently, a little like bluish. Better than Wado, just saying. That's all I got on this one.
So after the match, Julie gets the mic. She says, "Hello to everyone here at the Toyama show. Are you having fun? Are you enjoying the live Stardom show? I have a singles match with Ida coming up soon. I'm looking forward to it." And this is where she kind of goes over towards Ida. She says, she says, "It looks like you're a champion. Congratulations." Kind of a dickish kind of phrasing if you think about it. I see you're a
Yeah, the
champion.
way she said it was
Congratulations.
definitely very
Like talking down to her kind of deal. She's
it was
always talking
hoity-toity,
down
yeah.
to her, but she's much taller than her. But you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
yeah.
It was
Um,
bougie.
so Ida gets the mic. She says, "On November 21st, I'm going to beat you up." And then in parentheses it says, "On the LLPW-X show." I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna watch it. And then Ida headbutts Julia.
And she launched herself too. It was adorable.
Yeah. So Thecla gets the mic after Ida leaves, and she goes, Thecla says, "You are looking at the next Goddess of Stardom champions." And she says this all in English, too.
Mhm.
"Because we are the coolest Stardom champions you are ever going to see. Because we are Mafia Bella." And they do their, like, their
Mhm.
gun thing. Yeah, loved it.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
that thing. I can't remember what it is that they do. I know they do the, like, mafia, but then they, like, do something like that, or I don't know.
No, I don't
Sign
know.
out.
You're the one that knows all the the the
I
choreography. I
just know the
don't.
Club Venus dance, man.
Yeah, that's more that's called choreography.
That doesn't this is sign language. Not the same thing, dude. Not the same thing.
Pretty much, though. Come on.
No.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, like, what in our history together would suggest that I am that coordinated with my hands? I am barely coordinated with the rest of me.
Because I've seen you do the Club Venus dance flawlessly, so I know you're more coordinated than me.
And you also don't know how many times I nearly broke an ankle doing that before I got the good video.
Uh,
Moving on.
we move on. We get Mirai Saku, Mai Sakurai, and Mirai taking on O2 line, Azumi and Miyu Amasaki. Miyu and Mai going back and forth early. Mai gets Miyu in the Paradise Lock, and she sits on him. Mirai comes in, and she's like stepping on, like she's like she's like stepping over Miyu, just
And
being
she
in
was
that.
like at one point Captain Morganing her, just
Yes, pretty
using
much,
her as
and then like stepping over it. It's just like, um, and then
poor Mew screaming for her life.
Azumi's trying to come in, then Mirai's in the corner, just like blocking her from being able to come into. But she does get past Mirai and breaks the Paradise Lock. Mai comes in, hits a boot in the corner, elbow drop for 2. They trade shots. O2 double team Mai. Azumi fights off a double team from Mirai Saku and gets them both in an armbar. Like she gets them down, like pulling double, like an armbar from each one. It was great. It looked really
That's
good.
cool.
She gets a PK to buy for 2. They trade they both, and then they each trade attempts going after the Paradise Lock. Um, Mirai gets elbows and a dropkick to Azumi. Azumi attacks the arm, goes to the top, misses the stop. Azumi stops the lariat, but Mirai stops La Mystica and hits a slam. Azumi hits the head kick, and they both go down. They trade pins back and forth. Azumi goes into high speed mode and just flying around the ring with attacks, and then comes off the second rope with a drop kick for 2. Miyu comes in, hits a drop kick, a DDT, another drop kick, then gets a crucifix type hold on Mai. But Mai gets to the ropes. Mai stops a pendulum DDT with a cut. Like she went up for the pendulum DDT, and then Mai just turned it into a nice looking cutter. Looked really
Mhm.
good. Yeah, and then does that lift the leg over final cut leg drop for 2. Miyu catches an inside cradle for 2. They trade strikes, but Mirai Saku starts a double team, but Azumi hits a double drop kick to Mirai Saku. Miyu gets a roll up, but the pin gets broken up. Mirai and Miyu take down their opponents. They're each one taking opponents, and then Miyu hits a beautiful DDT to Mirai. Mai stops the Angel's wings again. Mai hits a kick, hits a Northern Light suplex for 2, hits a lariat and a running boot to Miu, and Mai comes off, jumps up, goes to the top, hits an elbow off the top, and scores the victory on Miu Amasaki.
Mhm. This was a fun little match with that Paradise spot in the beginning of it. Kind of made it for a little fun little spot, especially Miu just Nazumi ah, the whole time. It was so cute. Poor thing. She was being tortured. Um, Mirai kind of being a little goofy. Since she's kind of joined up with my Sakurai, and I kind of love it because the team itself is kind of a goofy thing.
Yeah,
Um, but they work surprisingly well together. Um,
especially
yeah.
being warring factions too, like more than anything, because like their leaders were ex partners who broke apart that to create the other faction. So like, yeah,
Mhm. Kind of been battling back and forth ever since. I mean, Suri and Julia fighting last year's Queendom for that red title. They also fought in the historic crossover show with Suri with Tom Lawler, and Julie was Zack Sabre Jr., Suri forgetting she was fighting with Tom Lawler. Wrestling,
uh,
you know, concussions are a fun thing.
I listened to a thing that Tom Lawler did after that show with Live Audio Wrestling, and he said he was so happy to be taking chops from both of them. Uh,
Relatable,
yeah.
right? Let's tenderize them titties. Yowza. Anyway, yeah, I didn't take a whole lot of notes on this one. Um, kind of summed up a lot of what happened kind of nicely. I kind of jumped in where I could. Kind of takes care of that.
There we go. We move on. Main event of November 3rd. It's a Moonlight of Venus, Mina Shirakawa, and Waka Tsukiyama taking on Hiroaki Kurumi and Risa Serra from Prominence. Mina dancing alone as usual. Waka just walks out, just meh. Just she's rocking the old gear for all 3 nights. I was so disappointed. Um,
Yeah, but like in this one, you're fighting a deathmatch team. Protect your tatas.
but the other part is I'm looking at like she seems so out of place because like Xena had a robe, Jesse had a robe, Mina has a robe, Mariah had a robe. I don't know if Zaya ever had a robe. She wasn't there very long,
She kinda had, like, this little because
like a
when
jacket thing.
Mariah and her came out, they had those little, like, diamond skirts and then those little crop denim jackets.
Yeah, but like I think Waka needs to get a robe, like to just to kind of
I
up
think
the
it would be
look.
a nice touch, yes,
Yeah.
but, you know, Waka also needs to start winning.
Yes, that is another thing. So
Maybe she
Mina
can
does.
earn that robe.
Yeah, so we get the crowd. Mina gets the crowd chanting for her right off the hop. Mina and Risa Sarah going back and forth. Moonlight Venus hit the double team and get the woo sandwich drop kick. Mina gets
Mhm.
one. Sarah strikes the heck out of Waka when Waka comes in. They double team, like pushing their boots in the face in the corner. Hiraki gets a jumping stomp to Waka, like the little rough. Waka fights back, but Hiraki drops her with just like one punch in the face. Sarah gets a submission on Waka in the ropes, then slams her down, steps on her back, drops the double knees into the back. Sarah working over the back and neck, hitting more shots before Walk fights back with a running cross. Mina comes in, but she ends up getting double teamed, but fights them both off. Hits the out of the corner kick to Sarah, hits a lariat to Hiragi, gets a 2 on Sarah. Mina and Sarah trade strikes at center. Sarah unloads, hits a knee to the face, and the swing around air raid crash for 2. Then the Vader bomb style knee drop for 2, or double knee drop for 2. Hiragi gets a top rope drop kick to Mina for 2. Mina unloads strikes, but gets hit with a hard strike. But then she comes around, hits her head scissors into the Russian leg sweep. Walker gets the hip attacks to the head of Hiragi. She comes back with a No, Hiragi comes back with a big slam and a flip sent down for 2. Sarah and Hiragi miss the double knees and cannonball in the opposite corners to Mina and to Waka. Uh, Moonlight Venus end up hitting the woo sweep to Hiragi and sends her out. Mina hits a high cross off the top to Hiragi and Risa Sarah on the floor. Waka hits the top rope drop kick for 2, then the straight jacket slam, but that pin gets broken up. Hiragi catches Waka with the black hole slam for 2. Then Prominence hit the double knees and the cannonball in the corner. Waka gets the tiger roll up, but it's broken up. Hiragi hits a lariat. She only gets 2. Scoop slam. Hiragi goes up the top, hits the super fly splash, and she gets the win.
This match, I was scared. I was scared for Waka going into this match. And given what happened in this match, I had every right to be scared. Holy shit, this poor girl got her ass kicked. Like, they did not take it easy on her. They pulled nothing on her. I feel like they hit harder with her. Poor thing. maybe maybe it's just because she's so much smaller than Mina that it just looked like she got rocked harder. I don't know. But gosh diggity dang, that poor girl. I mean, Hiragi, man, like she's just a unit. Like she's so pretty, and now she's a pretty wrecking unit, man. But that what was it? The black hole slam
Mm-hmm.
by Risa Sarah on Waka. She lifted her up just a tiny bit more to just slam her down with it. And I was like, that is just so rude. I
Mm-hmm.
love it, but it's so rude. Um, there was no doubt. I mean, to me, that Prominence was going to take this one because if they lost, it would have been in some weird comedic way,
Yeah.
and it still wouldn't have ended well for Club Venus. So, or sorry, Moonlight Venus. So yeah, I'm happy it was merciful and quickish. And they didn't draw it out too much. But
Yeah.
like this was a tremendous match.
Oh,
Tremendous match. I loved it.
absolutely stellar match. Absolutely stellar.
Mhm.
Quick point. There's a point update after November 3rd. I'll do a full breakdown after the 5th. So we go on to the November 4th show. Cosmic Angels forfeit to Divine Kingdom on the show. So we lost our Divine Kingdom tournament match on this show. They did work on the undercard, and Sayori Anu is working on the undercard with Yuna Mizumori teaming with her
Told you.
on this card. So why the hell didn't they just have Sayori Anu replace Tam Nakano? I still don't understand why not. Like, when was the Spark Joshi show?
I want to say a month ago. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, because again, I know, because I know Anu's part of that.
Yeah, I want
So
to say it was the beginning of October.
yeah, it was like October 11th and 14th. So again, it does not look like it's even conflicting with any of these dates. That's why I'm like, come
Well,
on.
keep in mind travel. That is across the world.
Oh, don't get me wrong, but still, it's just like there was like 7 days there. Like,
I don't know. I
man,
don't make the decisions.
I
If I
just
did things,
feel
it'd be different.
I just feel really bad for Yuna not getting to do this tournament.
I agree. I agree. That being said, though, the next one to come is what? The Cinderella? What's the next
No,
tournament that's starting?
Triangle Derby should be
Yeah,
in
Triangle
January.
Derby.
Oh, another triplets.
Oh,
Oh,
that still
Jesus.
doesn't help her, does it?
No, because she needs partners, and 2 of her 3 partners are out.
Well, I'm gonna make the rowdy suggestion. Maybe
Triple P.
see if a certain space tiger is available. Maybe she'd be willing to come back for a little bit. Little Unagi Sayaka.
or she reunites Triple P, Power Passion Pineapple, with you and Nane
But
from last year.
no. That would kill all of the stuff that she's built up this year. I mean, arguably, her being removed from the Goddess of Stardom Championship tournament does kind of take the winds out of her sails, but like that I feel would completely like that would be like she's an anchor, toss her out somewhere over the Atlantic. That would not be good. That would sink her momentum. No.
Yeah, you are right on that point. You're right most
Mhm.
of the time, anyway. So we
Don't tell me
started
that.
up Maximum Zamini Hanako in sight. Ida taking on XL's Momo Watanabe and Natsuka Tora. Ida and Hanako attack. They attack before the bell, which was interesting. But Momo and Tora get the upper hand very quickly. They take it out to the floor, tossing them to the chairs, tossing them in the ring aprons. Tora gets Ida back in the ring. She hits the suplex for 2, then gets the camel clutch, and Momo hits the PK to the face of Ida for, and Tora gets 2. Momo unloading vicious kicks to the back of Ida. Ida tries to straight back, but gets dropped with a hard chest kick, and then Momo gets a delayed two count. Mongolians in a drop kick from Ida, so she can tag out Hanako with the repeated shoulder blocks to Momo. Hits a big boot. Hanako fights off a suplex, but Momo whips her onto the ropes and just up kicks the rope into her face and hits a PK for 2. Momo Momo just kicking the shit out of Ida and Hanako in this match. It was brutal.
Yeah. Soul snatches.
Yeah, so Ida's back in the match. She's continuing with Tora, and Tora, she's like running, these running drop kicks, and Tora's just having none of it, and and then she shoulder
None of it.
blocks none of it, like just none of it, and just shoulder blocks her down, hits and sent on. Ida trying the shoulder blocks, goes into the speed chops. Ida hits a double chop, finally dropping Tora, and Hanako slams Ida onto Tora, and then and then Ida hits a sliding lariat, gets a dragon sleeper, but it gets broken up. Tora hits a cannonball in the corner to Ida for 2, then goes up, hits a second ropes frog splash for 2. They trade strikes to center, each lariat in the other, uh, and then Oida tie double teamer. Tora hits a lariat for 2. Cradle shock by Tora, but Ida reverses into a pin of her own for 2. Tora hits the lariat. The slam goes up, but Ida attacks and hits a super jackhammer off the top. Looked great. Ida hits a lariat. Hanako goes up. Ida whips her down onto Tora. Then Hanako goes up. Hanako does it to Ida. She's whipping her up, but the pin gets broken up. Momo hits Hanako with the bat, then hits Ida with the bat. Suplex into dropped on the shoulder, sit out spine buster by Oedo Tai. Tora then picks up Ida, goes for the Death Valley driver, but Ida reverses it into Idabashi and steals the goddamn win. And Maximum Zamini beating XL.
I don't know who was more surprised in that moment that that happened, Ida or Tora.
Yeah.
Because the way Tora came up, she was like, "No way, that was 3." And Ida was sitting there going, "No way, that was 3." It was an awesome little moment, but holy heck, did those 2 run? Oh, man. Ah, this match was fun though. I mean, the viciousness of XL, like this was what I expected to be like the Jeff Cobb, Great O'Con kind of unit um within Stardom. Just because of the experience between them, but also
The power.
just the pure power that the two of them have. And in combination with Momo's clear um, MMA background with those kicks and her judo tosses. Like she is
Mhm.
not. Um, but yeah, the win for Ida and Hanako in this, I think, is well deserved. I
Mhm.
feel that they've been both working very, very hard in this tournament. They've given up a fair amount of losses. I think this was a nice little reward for them against a team that's been otherwise very, very dominant.
Mhm. I agree. Again, great match. I love seeing them pick out this one. Again, like I didn't like. I know we talk about how we see the team that we see early on dominating usually doesn't get the win, but in this case, I didn't expect the team getting beat up the entire gosh darn match to get the win. I really did.
Right? Every once in a
Yeah,
while, they just pulled it out and surprised us.
yeah. So on It's Crazy Star, May Sarah and Suzu Suzuki versus Moonlight Venus from Club Venus, Mina Shirakawa and Waka Tsukiyama. Again, why can't Waka learn to dance? I just Mina and Suzu go back and forth. Waka comes in. They hit the woo drop kicks early. Waka misses in the corner. And Suzu gets her down, hits the running knee for two. May grabs Waka by the hair, tosses her around before choking her in the corner. Waka comes back with a running cross. Mina gets tagged in. She gets a corner. It stacks in the corner and a drop kick. She fights off the double team of Crazy Star, gets a two on May May. Mina and May trade strikes at center. Crazy Star double team Mina, hits a double drop kick. Mina gets a head kick, but May gets a jumping spin kick to the head. Then Mina hits a spinning back fist, and they both go down. Great, like Mina really like matching pace with May here. It was really good, man.
Mm.
Suzu and Waka trade drop kicks. Waka gets the knee in the gets a running knee in the ropes. I wrote type gyps, but does the hips to the head. She gets one off the second rope, and Mina comes in for the double team, and Waka hits an oblivion for two. Uh, Mina stops the double team on Waka, kicking May off the top rope to the floor. Mina hits the rolling elbow to Suzu. Waka hits the top rope drop kick for two. Waka hits a straight jacket slam for two. May comes back in. She hits a springboard blockbuster to Waka. Suzu gets a half Nelson slam, but Waka gets a roll up on Suzu when she goes to pin her. But Suzu comes back with a knee to the back of the head for two. Waka gets hurt. It goes for the tiger roll, but it gets broken up. And May takes out Mina MX German by Crazy Star. Suzu hits a PK for two. She then picks up Waka, tequila shot, and it's all over. Waka's out drunk because Crazy Star gets the win. Hey, it's a shot of tequila. That shit's strong.
You know what? I'm not gonna dispute that. I'm not gonna dispute that. Hey, you can have some Terramana on Saturday if you want.
Oh, I gotta drive home.
It's not gonna well, never mind. It might keep you drunk for 5 hours. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared of
Um,
tequila. Last time I did that, it ended up being a very not pretty day.
I'm not offering the whole bottle, my guy. That shit was expensive. Moving on to the match. It's been a pleasure to watch Crazy Star and their whole little conglomerate also with Micah and
Megan
Megasis.
Bain.
Megan Bain. For some reason, it just flew out of my mind for a second there. Um, the four of them have just become such an interesting unit and combination of women who are just they offer something in their own unique way to the team because you got May, who's that little high speed girl, you got Suzu, who's just unhinged, and you got Micah, who's got that MMA power behind her, but then you also have Megasis, who's just the power. They're a very, very well-rounded faction. I'm surprised that they haven't become an official one yet. I think that needs to happen soon. Um, Waka, though, she did so well in this match. I was really impressed with her just running around. She was really giving her all. You can always tell when she's kind of fired up. She makes a lot more noise. She was making a lot of noise in this one. Um, what else? What else? Not a whole lot's coming to mind with this one. This was a fun match for me.
Yeah, me too. Except my girls didn't win, but
I mean, mine did. So, well,
I'm
one of
gonna,
mine did.
I'm gonna bitch a little more about this at the end of the show. We move on to the main event of the November Shore show. It's O2 line Azumi and Miyo Masaki taking out Eye Contact Hanan and Mayu Otani. Miyo and Hanan start, but Eye Contact double team Miyo Masaki pretty darn early. Hanan scoop slams Miyu, and Mayu hops over to get like just a hop over the rope, drives in a double stomp. Miyu hits a pendulum DDT early, fighting back against Mayu. Azumi in and eye contact double team her again, but double team her, but she fights them off. Uh, and then she ends up grabbing Hanan, runs up the ropes. But I don't know if this was like intentional fall, if it was like she just fell down and crashed. I don't know if Hanan pulled her. I didn't really notice. I think she slipped and crashed.
I think she slipped and crashed, and then Mayu and her made the decision in that split second to
Just
sell
move
it
on.
like they did something.
Yeah, and then they
Yeah,
just moved on, which I really did
yeah,
appreciate. They just moved. They didn't go for it again. I hate when you see
yeah.
somebody go for a big move like that, and then mess it up, then go like after a big crash, go for it again. It's like nah, it kills it, right?
Oh.
Um,
There's not a lot of situations that that works well in.
and she fights back and hits a drop kick to both of them. Azumi hits La Mystica to Mayu and gets a double armbar, but Mayu she turns it into a pin for 2. Roll up into a drop kick by Mayu to Azumi. Hanan comes in with a body attack in the ropes, and then a whip off the ropes into the judo toss for 2. 2 line double drop kick Hanan. Azumi hits a springboard arm drag into a double armbar, but Hanan eventually gets to the ropes. Excuse me. Azumi goes to the top, misses the stomp, gets super kicked by Mayu, and everything is Hanana's hit for 2. Azumi reverses into a Euro clutch for 2, then hits the suplex and the buzzsaw kick, but Hanan hits the fallaway slam. Miyu with a kick, then DDT, then a drop kick, all in like very quick succession finally with a drop hit to the back of Hanan. She hits a tornado DDT, but only gets 2. Hanan comes back with a crossbody off the second. Eye contact, try to double team, but Miyu hits a tornado DDT to Hanan off of Mayu Iwatani, and Azumi hits a top rope double stomp. She ran up Mayu just literally pushing her through the ropes and out. Looked really good. And Azumi comes off the top with a top rope double stomp. Miyu hits the hammerlock DDT, but the pin gets broken up. Miyu ducks the super kick. Mayu gets the double arm drag to both members of O2 and then taking them out of the ring. Then hits a suicide dive to Azumi and Miyu on the floor. Hanan attacks back in the ring, hits the famouser for 2. Miyu stops the backdrop driver, gets a roll for 2. Azumi and Mayu kick each other in the head. They both go down. Hanan reverses the Angel's Wings, hits the backdrop driver to Miyu. Eye contact, hits the double underhook DDT, and Hanan finishes it off with one more backdrop driver for the win.
Quite the mouthful, that one. That was a fun main. Very, very
Mhm.
fun main. And to have Hanan pull the win off too. For me, it could have went either way on this one.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, there's not a whole lot to add in there. You got all the good spots, man.
I did.
That is good.
So we did get a post-match promo. Hanan gets
Yes.
on the mic, says, "Eye contact 1. We already have 8 points now. We are now in first place in the Blue Goddess. Tomorrow is our final match." Literally, they go into November 5th to wrestle their 6th match, and Divine Kingdom has only had 3, and they're only going to get 2 more, and then a forfeit on the final night. So, very unbalanced on how they do these tournaments, man. Where a team is completely finished
I
before one
mean,
team is
the
only halfway
forfeits are
through.
not planned, though. Those were kind
No,
of oopsie doopsies.
but even with scheduled matches, Divine Kingdom after November 5th will have only wrestled 3 matches so far in this tournament, having their final 3 matches on the 10th, 11th, and 12th. On the 5th, which 3 days left in the tournament, this team will be done. And another team still has 3 matches to go. Again, imbalance of how you do this. That's my issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This glorious chaos is what I'm used to with Stardom.
Oh, very much so. We hope to win again tomorrow to get closer to the finals and win the league once and for all. yes, 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 is Mayu says. All this, and Hanan says again, all the stars won today. So I'd like to close this show out with all of stars. Not all of stars is there. Only four of them are in the ring. Ida, and Hazuki come out. Who's missing? Because I know Kaguma's out hurt.
Mhm.
And then who's the other member of stars? I know there's one more. I feel like an ass now.
Iwatani, Hazuki, Kaguma, Saya Ida, Hanan. Oh, Momokoko.
Momokoga. Like, where's Momo in all this?
Maybe she's taken a sneaky excursion, or maybe she got hurt also.
You never know. And
We haven't seen her in a hot minute.
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we really haven't. No. Even on undercards, we haven't
No,
seen her in a while.
been a little bit.
No, Hanan says, did you have fun today? Shall we go now? Believe now, shine tomorrow. We are stars.
Mhm.
Yeah. So again, that's the end of the November 4th show. There's the card if you want a quick little update on the points. I'll do a full breakdown after we talk about the 5th. So on this show, there was no forfeits.
Yay!
The 3 scheduled matches were the only 3 scheduled matches for this show. I literally made an extra little file just of everybody's forfeits for each night, just to keep track, so I can like plug them in when I need to. We started off Mafia Bella, Julia and Tekla versus Moonlight Venus, Mina Shirakawa, and Waka Tsukiyama. Still waiting for the day that like Mina does her intros, right? Like she intros Club Venus. I'm still waiting because sometimes she goes first, like she did tonight. I was waiting for like Tekka or Julia to grab the mic from the announcer and call their own one just to fuck with Mina. I'm still waiting for somebody to do it, man. I would love to see that.
So something I just really quick looked up. I didn't see anything mentioned about Momokoko being injured, but I did see something mentioned that she's doing a movie.
Ooh, fun.
Mhm. And I do remember seeing pictures of her in combat stuff. So maybe she's filming movie stuff. Would explain her.
American or
I believe it was
Japanese?
Japanese.
Okay, so we're never gonna see it. That's what you're saying.
Not necessarily.
I don't think
There's a
we're gonna.
crazy movie from Japan where Minoru Suzuki and Kota Ibushi get turned into what are they? Oh, what were they called in Pacific Rim? Kaiju. They get turned into giant kaiju and fight giant monsters, or they fight the kaiju. I don't know.
That
It was
exists.
glorious. Yeah.
You need to send me this link. I need to watch this.
I'll do my best.
Waka getting Julia on the ropes with attacking her, unloading shots, but Julia just turns it around with just simple ease. Hits a shot, but Mina then comes in and Moonlight Venus hits a double team and hit the woo drop kicks. I love just saying woo every time. Julia slams Waka and literally just like steps on her, stepping over her to go tag out. It's just like, I don't care about you kind of feel. You're like, oh, I feel bad for Waka here.
Rude.
I know. Thekla slamming the face of Waka into the boot of Julia in the corner, and then Thekla pulls the ref away, and Julia puts her leg around the neck of Waka's, choking her, and the ref just walks over and goes, "What are you doing?" Like, and Julia just kind of like lets up a little bit and just kind of looks at him like, It was like just it was pretty goddamn funny.
Fun little moment.
Mina gets to tilt the world rush or the head scissors into the Russian leg sweep to Julia. Mafia Bella try to double team. Mina fights them off. Gets the corner kick and then the lariat. And gets a 2 on Julia. Thekla gets the drop kick and the standing figure 4 headlock armbar kind of combo, like a standing one to Mina, while Julia gets the octopus on Waka, but Mina does get to the ropes. And they did the whole thing where the ref was like saying 1, 2, 3 to like Julia and Waka, which was stupid. I hate when they do that. Good, they're not affecting anything. Leave them alone. Thecla hits a running boot in the ropes, gets a 2 count. Mina and Thecla striking each other at center. Thecla spider dodges a lariat, hits a spear. Mina misses the back fist, but then follows through with another, dropping Thecla. Walker gets the hip attacks to the head. Then they hip attack off the second rope for 2. Mafia Bella hit the bulldog hammerlock facebuster combo to Waka. Then the sandwich forearms for 2. Thecla gets a submission that's broken up by Mina. Mina puts Thecla on the top rope and hits the magic screw. And Moonlight Venus hits the woo sweep. And Waka gets a 2 count. Mina hits the rolling elbow. Waka hits a straight jacket slam to Thecla, but the pin gets broken up. Waka tries the straight jacket hang in the corner. Julia breaks it up. And then she picks up Mina, suplexes Mina. Then Thecla climbs to the top with Waka up top. Hits the spider suplex off the top. Julia goes up the top, hits the top rope drop kick and the Falcon Air, and Thecla comes off the top with the super fly splash and gets the win.
It was nice to see Thecla get the win.
I'm so conflicted here.
I bet.
God
I
damn it.
bet.
I'm so conflicted with this, man.
Well, I mean, between Julia versus Ida, Julia versus Mina, and Mina versus Ida, you're
So
in a constant state of conflict, my friend.
I am, man. My favorites are all fighting each other, and I don't like it.
You should have played it smart like a Melball and got them both on the same team.
I wish. Julia and Mina together? I am down for that. Give
I
me that
mean, that
tag
would
team.
arguably be a great combination. We're not going to go off on that tangent, though,
No.
um, because we would be here a while. Um, yeah, match was a nice little kind of. They were teasing Waka essentially for a little bit of this,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't like the bullying, but like it's not wrong in this case. They built up Waka, and then they dropped the ball on Waka,
Mm-hmm.
and then they dropped the ball with Waka,
Mm-hmm.
and now she's just Waka, and it's not fair to her as a professional wrestler because of how hard she's working and how hard she continues to work.
Mm-hmm.
She has gotten better every single time she's in there, and that they keep putting her in these opportunities clearly means that they know she has it in her. Like, they know she has the talent, they know she has the ability, they know she has the look, and she's over with the crowd like a mamma jamma. Why is she not getting wins though?
I know. Like, my biggest issue is Moonlight Venus is 1-5. Or 1-4, sorry, after this match. They have one match left. Like, they're out of contention by a long shot. But like, I look at it and I'm like, what? What? I don't get it. I just don't like.
Yeah, I don't want to say it removes credibility, but it's getting pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
And we also got to remember, I mean, this faction was literally just formed this year, and look what's happened. Because
Mm-hmm.
Ira Brookside is considered not a member anymore, which sucks. I don't believe that. I still consider her a member. But then like Xena's been kind of off doing her own thing. And we got Mariah May is gone. And Jesse's kind of doing her own thing also. These are literally the only two members of this faction left in Japan. And we need to help give them some kind of credibility when their members are dropping like flies. And
I
this
agree.
was not the way to do it. This is making them look worse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's frustrating because like I want nothing more for them to succeed. We've seen the talent that Mina Shirakawa has. We've seen the talent that Waka has. They need to be booked better.
Yeah, and like I'm looking at Jesse's like cage match. She's only done a couple matches in the last few months. Like she worked that Spark Joshi show in October, and then she worked. The last time she worked was September. Before that, it was June when she was in Stardom. So what? Where the heck? Maybe some of her stuff, but like they're pretty good. Like this site is
I wonder
very
if
good
it's a
about
visa issue.
like this site is very good at picking up people's indie matches. Like
Yeah,
Very.
but I'm saying in general, maybe I'm wondering if it might be a visa issue, like a travel visa issue.
Yeah, but why isn't she working in the States then? That's my question.
I don't know what her nationality is. Is she American?
Yeah, Austin,
I think
Texas.
she is American, yeah. That is sus. Is she injured, maybe? I don't know. These are
She's,
questions that maybe we need to do another show of questions.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
almost at an hour, my friend. We need to finish up this show.
Here we go. We're getting into the next one.
There we go.
Reiwa Tokyo Towers. The return of the Reiwa Tokyo Towers. Ami Saray and Lady C versus Eye Contact, Hanana and Mayu Itani. Ami and Mayu start each trying to gain control. Mai drops Mayu with uh no, not Mai. Ami. I wrote Mai instead of Ami. It's the same got three goddamn letters, so it's messing me up. Drops Mayu with the shoulder block, but Eye Contact double team Ami. And Mayu gets a PK for 2. Ami and Lady C get speed chops on Mayu and Hanan, then gets a dual shoulder blocks. Spinning Samoan by Ami, and she gets a 2 count. Lady C hits the big boot and the Cesaro spin to Mayu. Mayu hits the roll up out of the corner into a drop kick. Hanan gets the body attack in the ropes, but Lady C whips her into the corner, but Hanan hits a cross off the second rope for 2. Hanan stops the choke slam and gets a roller for 2. After a series of reversals, Lady C does get the choke slam for 2. Hanan reverses an attack, sends Lady C into the corner where Ami tags in, and Hanan gets and she gets the torch. Hanan she attacks Hanan and gets the torture rack, sets it down in the corner, splashes her, then hits a sliding lariat for 2. Hanan gets a fall away slam, then is hit with a boot by Lady C, and Ami and hits the shoulder block. Mayu stops the double team. Eye contact hit the dual underhook DDT. Hanan hits a famouser, but the pin gets broken up. Koji is here. Backdrop driver and the fallaway slam bridge by Hanan, but the pin gets broken up. Mayu sends Lady C and Ami to the floor. Hanan goes off the top with the cross, but hits Mayu after C and Ami dodge out of the way. Spinning back fist by Lady C, and the Reiwa Tokyo Towers hit the dual atomic drop to Hanan. Lady C hits a big boot in the ropes. Ami hits the suplex for 2. Hanan stops like a thunderbolt into turning it into 17, but gets broken up. Ami hits the flip lariat, then the blue thunderbomb, but can only get 2. Ami lifts Hanan, hits like a thunderbolt, and the Reiwa Tokyo Towers beat Eye Contact. Wow, I didn't expect it, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't either. I was really surprised at this one. Um, especially because like I felt so bad for Lady C in this one because I don't know if you noticed the tape, but it was just like hip to hip. Her whole lower back and hip area is taped all up. And like I relate, girl. Gosh dang. I'm old.
Mm.
But man, did they put up a hell of a fight. I'm not gonna lie though, of all of the goddess matches we're reviewing tonight, I actually felt that this one was of all of them just the, don't want to say like the lowest rated, but it was like it was only okay for me. And that's okay.
Mm.
I mean, Lady C's just coming back from injury. Hanan and Mayu coming off a tremendous win the night before. We haven't seen Ami in a little bit just because she's been in the undercard waiting for Lady C to come back.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was really nice to see Lady C back, but you could definitely tell she couldn't lift her leg as high as she usually could, for example.
No.
Like there was definitely I would have maybe given her another couple of days to rest this hippie shakes problem that she has. But it was still a pretty decent match, and it was a good match for her to come back in.
Oh, very much so.
Mm.
So Ami gets the mic. She says, Reiwa Tokyo Towers have stopped Eye Contact's winning streak. Lady C says, we still have a chance to win it all. You'll see. And like C is in Lady C. And then Ami gets the mic. She says, "We're going for the championships. You're just gonna have you're gonna wanna see it." Just so stupid.
These girls are adorable, though.
I love it. I love it to death. We won the main event. It's Crazy Star, Mei Sarah, and Suzuki taking on XLs, Momo Watanabe and Natsuki Tora. Momo and Mei go back and forth. Mei dropkicks Tora through the ropes to the floor. Everything goes to the floor. Tora tosses Mei into the chairs. Momo slamming Suzu on the floor, running her into chairs. Tora bounces Mei off a post. Momo gets her in the ring, gets two. Momo PKs Mei on the ropes a couple times. His hitting his a standing chest kick for two. Tora in, she hits a suplex for two, then a splash. Mei fights back with a drop toe hold and running cross to Tora. Suzu comes in, running knees in the ropes, and and running knee at center. She fights off the double team, spears Tora and Momo at the same time. Tora hits a shoulder block and then a senton for two, fighting back. Tora goes to like just drop a butt right on Suzu, but she misses. Tora hits some running cross, but Suzu comes back with a spear. Mei and Momo trade strikes at center when they get in there, but Momo drops Mei with a chest kick, but Mei reverses. Then Momo goes for suplex. She reverses into one of her own. XL double team Mei. Momo hits a Uranagi for two. Mei gets a drop kick in the ropes, hits the second rope springboard blockbuster, then applies submission but gets broken up. Crazy Star double team Tora, then double kick Momo, and Mei hits a running drop kick for two. Crazy Star tried the MX German, but Mei ends up hitting the MX to Suzu, and Tora then missed Suzu in the face. XL double team Mei. Tora hits the cradle shock into Momo's running Meteora for two. Suplex Citadel Spinebuster by XL. Momo hits a buzzsaw kick for two. Mei gets a reversal of a victory roll for two. Momo pushes Mei towards Tora, who missed Mei, and Momo hits a roundhouse kick to the head. Can only get two. Momo hits the Tequila Sunrise, which is the bridging tiger suplex, and gets the win.
Woo! Woo woo. I was looking
Woo.
forward to this match.
Mm-hmm.
I was really looking forward to this match. Go on, you're fine.
Did it
Go
deliver
on.
for you? Did
What's
it
that?
deliver? Did it deliver for you?
It did. It really did. Like I expected shenanigans, but like they weren't House of Torture shenanigans. So the tossing in the chairs and everything that House of Torture and the War Dogs especially are known for doing, it was to a point where it was like reasonable. They weren't crazy about it like before the match. They always got them in before the count was done. Like it was always very smartly done. This is why I love Oedo Tai so much because they're an effective heel faction without being obnoxious. I mean, they are to their own degree, I'm sure,
Mm.
but you don't have the reactions where it's House of Torture, where it's just people booing for the sake of booing because there's nothing better to do. You know,
Mm.
with the War Dogs, they're booing because they're doing something effective. With House of Torture, they're booing because they're annoyed. And with Oedo Tai, I rarely hear them booed. You'll hear the gasp, you'll hear the air sucked out of the room, or you'll hear somebody go, "Oh no," in the background somewhere. But generally, it's accepted. Like it's nice, but
Mm.
like I was a little torn on who I wanted to win on this one because I haven't had my Divine Kingdom for a little bit. So I've been like having to focus on Crazy Star and XL a little bit more. This one was, I think, the same struggle that you would have in the last one with Julia and like Mina.
Mm.
This one's a struggle for me because I love Tora so much, and I feel like she could be the next stardom person that they could send over to North America, and it would be accepted so quickly and
Mm-hmm.
so easily, especially if they're throwing her into that GCW environment with people like
Mm.
Maki Ito. I mean, gosh dang. They would have a lot of fun with that. Could you imagine Janai Kai? I mean, we saw her with Utami, but could you imagine her with Tora?
Ooh, that'd be
Yeah.
great.
Hell, could you imagine Suzu with Maki Ito or Janai Kai? Like, holy shit. Those would be some great matches. So this is a tremendous example. This is one of those matches for me. If you're wanting to know what the best of strong style wrestling can give you, I mean, you've got four different styles in one match, but they're all strong style. It's absolutely incredible. This would be a match I would recommend. 110%. So good.
Very much.
So good.
Excuse me. Late night. Not the product. It's just very late. Yeah. So good. This match was absolutely incredible. Tor gets the mic. Says, "Yeah, last night I had a good night's sleep. I was more motivated than usual, so I ate breakfast and lunch." Why is she telling us this? I don't understand. The show started late, right, Momo? Momo says, "I wonder why." Well, we don't care about that kind of thing. So why do you wonder why? You saw it again today. We are extra large. Aren't we too powerful? One of you, one of you won the 5-star. One is the high speed champion, and now you're in shambles. What is going on with this tag team league? 2 matches left. Fucking prominence. Those fucking plain fucking amateurs. Like just getting and she it just and then Mina Shirakawa with that tag partner that will drag her down for the rest of her life. God damn it. Hey, it's totally obvious.
Momo out here spitting truth facts, man.
It's not. She's not wrong. Hey, it's
Mhm.
totally obvious that we're going to the finals. You guys are boring too. You know what? Boring. She's saying it to the crowd. Well, then, just keep your fingers crossed that we'll win. You assholes. Like Jesus.
I need to learn Japanese so I
Yeah.
can swear at people like Momo does. Um, I don't know if you heard that, but Koji freaked out about that too. My goodness. Um, calling prominence amateurs. Oof, is it for sure? Amateurs? Oh, I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. Maybe, we got Tora who really likes her doki stick, and we got Momo who likes her baseball bat. We got Karumi Hiragi, and I don't know what her typical weapon of choice is, but we know that Risa Sarah's is a kendo stick. I don't know that they want that smoke. Because now you're gonna have a fired up prominence. And the last thing I want coming down the ramp towards me is a fired up Hiragi Kurumi Hiragi. Like Risa Sarah, at least, like she always looks like she's pissed off. So I don't think that there's an end to that rage. But like
Mm.
Kurumi, I mean, her Instagram would suggest there's range. Last thing I want to do is piss her off. Now you've pissed her off. Yowza. I look forward to that meeting.
Me too. I'm gonna give a quick point update on after this night. I'm just gonna bring my list back up. It's easier for me to read off my list. On after November 5th, Mafia Bella with 4 points, Anacon with 4 points, Moonlight Venus with 2 points, 1 and 4, which makes me mad. Crazy Star with 7 points, Maximo Zamina with 2 points, XL with 6 points, Prominence with 5 points. Right? Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
I'm not crazy. Cosmic Angel, 0 points, will not get any. Eye Contact, 8 points. Mirai Saku with 6 points. FWC, 2 points, and that's all they're going to get. O2 Line with 4 points. Divine Kingdom with 4 points. And Arewa Tokyo Towers with 2 points.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Getting down to the nitty gritty of it, Andre.
Mm-hmm. And talking about the nitty gritty, we're going to get down to the nitty gritty of what we have left to talk about on this show because it's come to an end. You can find me on the X, Mastodon, Blue Sky, and Hive at That Canada Guy, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at That Canada Dude. Facebook, you want to follow me on Facebook? It's Facebook. Facebook is Andre Melball Wrestling Talk. I said Facebook like way too many times there. You can find me over at our local establishment. Go check out the YouTube page where you can find the replays of my Loki and my The Marvels review with my boy old Ed at twitch.tv or at youtube.com/ at our local establishment. All their live content at twitch.tv/ our local establishment. I'll be back there sometime in December. We'll be doing our Marvel Talk Rebound. We're going to review Iron Man from 2008. We're going to talk about it all these years later. The movie I consider the best Marvel movie of all, at least of the MCU. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be returning in the new year again with a review of the entire season of What If, because it's going to come out over 9 straight days. We're not going to review every single one individually. We're just going to do the whole series as a review. And then in January, we'll be doing Echo as a full season review because that's all dropping on the same day. So we'll be back there. Please go over to youtube.com/ at backbreaker video to check out all of our stuff over there, along with all of Mike's great wrestling content. Oh, I didn't click the button, did I? Haha, there we go. And go check out his great wrestling content over there at youtube.com/ at backbreaker video. You can see all Mike's live content at twitch.tv/SpectreF. He does the Wednesday AEW watch along. He has gaming streams multiple nights a week. Check him out there. And if you want to replay those gaming streams, go over to youtube.com/ at backbreaker_gaming, where you can find streams from him, Mr. Rick Jules, Mr. PJC, and the freaking guest, Miss Kayla J.
Kayla J. Love Kayla J.
Melball.
Yeah.
Can they find you anywhere?
If you're wanting to follow a Melball, you can follow me on the X thing at Collins Melball. You can follow me on everything else. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, and Blue Sky at Melball Collins. You can also find me on our local establishments programming, Paramindful. We've had a few changes going on over there, so we're going to have a new episode coming out pretty soon where we're going to have a special guest on there. We're going to be talking some spooky ooky connections to some real life craziness. So you're going to want to check that out. You can also catch me on Astro Pizarro's YouTube channel where we do our show Ladies Wrestling Showcase, where we talk all things amazing women's wrestling. We're going to be doing an episode very soon, I believe Saturday before you guys are coming over. Where we're going to be talking about the PWI list. Finally, we've been waiting. We've been forming opinions. We've been listening to drama, always with the drama. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to have some fun with it. If you're wanting to watch Stardom Wrestling, we will leave a link in the description box below. It is stardom-world.com. It is 999 yen, or approximately $10 Canadian. Shout out Sean Spiels, but more like $9.50. According to that guy over there, it's still an amazing price to watch some all-women's professional wrestling. You can watch the shows we talked about today. You can watch the shows we talked about last week. You can go ahead and watch last year's Goddess of Stardom Championship tournament if you don't know who Power Passion Pineapple is. Go find out. You can go way
No.
back.
That was 7-Up.
Right, 7-Up. Power Passion Pineapple was the Triangle Derby that happened in the beginning of this year. Yay. You can also go in there and see some of the familiar faces from WWE and AEW programming, like Jamie Hayter, Tony Storm, Piper Niven, Shayna Baszler, and Blair Davenport, otherwise known as Bea Priestley, one of the most violent women in the world at that point. Pretty awesome. So go check that out. Andre, my trusted friend and colleague, do you have anything else to say to the beautiful people?
I just want to say to the beautiful people, thank you so very, very much for all the great support. Please continue liking the video, subscribing to the channel, sharing it out to everybody you know and everybody you don't. Commenting down below because we love talking to you. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can alert every time we drop a new video.
Ding dong.
No, it's after 10. I don't answer the door after 10 o'clock.
Lights are off. Lights are off.
Mhm.
And that being said, I am your over there is Andre. We will see you next time. Bye.